Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. The crowd has this place jumping already. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rhule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Cornhuskers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bobcats offense will have the football first. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the defense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Nebraska's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of his passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius, as good as there is in all of college football, he has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip? Right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, better look out! And he's wrestled to the ground. The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Release to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
It's complete to the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success.
Maybe some room here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Husker! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got his man. Can't get him to the ground. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The give out of the gun. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Bowman. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll ride the hot hand. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. He'll get rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The give on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on 4th down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Bowman. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception in the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Wants to throw again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. And finally in the 2nd quarter, they get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a weapon to ignore. If they're going to win this game, he needs more touches.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quickly complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Stepping to the right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Barney. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown. He's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Watch left. Ready, go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll go to the sneak. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking to throw for it. The quick out. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Going to try to get it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So it really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Right down the middle. It's picked off and another empty drive.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. The offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it from the gun. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. It's complete on the right side. Runs through a man. He might have space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They just keep firing. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Bowman. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
Ready. Go, go.
Rides the option, he keeps it.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There's a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Right back to the well. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Cornhuskers getting set on first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's eyes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Just feeds the running back. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Dan Lanning continues to prove why he's one of the best coaches in college football right now. Coming off a 13-2 season, yet another appearance in the college football playoff. He has a great stable of quarterbacks that will be fascinating to watch this season. Dante Moore returns, hoping to elevate his NFL stock. The top transfer portal quarterback, Dylan Raiola, in the wings. We'll see how it shakes out for the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So North Dakota State lined up and ready to kick it away to get this thing started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the football first. And this junior tight end is a steady, productive piece of their attack. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment.
And guys, we just know, and we kind of laugh about it, when we talk about this team, you know you're going to get a tight end. Like, you just know you're going to get a big, strong, athletic guy in matchups. It was no different watching tape this week. In this offense, they found a great one, not surprisingly, Palmer, because it seems like they do it every single year.
And on offense...
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal.
There's some room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Running behind that left side. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
14.
Moore, play action. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And they have made no bones about this first drive, have they? Like, they said they were going to come out and establish the run and be physical. And the more physical team was going to win. And this offensive line so far, first drive, setting the tone. Getting movement up front, getting running backs going. Palmer, the game gets very easy when you can run the football and establish that early in the football game.
And you just keep doing it until the defense can stop it. That's going to be so demoralizing on the other side of the football because you're absolutely getting the ball shoved down your throat right now early in this game. And you're right. You're letting the opponent completely dictate the terms of this football game to you. So until you prove you can stop it and you get more physical, it's going to be much of the same as this game continues to go on. Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And now North Dakota State gets its first chance to go on offense. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And this offense is going to have their hands full, and especially this offensive line. And it's not just this year. Like, you watch this group, they're dominant, they're physical. Like, they're gonna make you earn everything you get. But it seems like with this program, Palmer, it's year after year after year. Plug and play, next guy, physical, fast, disruptive defensive linemen.
Yeah, they've set a standard, I think, at that position, at this school. When you look around college football, they're always dominant up front. They're able to recruit a specific athlete tailored to their style of defense and attacking. And it doesn't matter what year it is, who the opponent is, this D-line creates a lot of problems when they're living in the backfield. One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Moore to throw. Fires left. Makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davison. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3
touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Look out, he's got room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Hayes. Pocket breaking down, and they got it.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Running inside, it's Scott. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Trying play action. Trying to make magic with his feet. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. And this one is perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention and prep.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Dante Moore makes the grab. It's Hill. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play he can make. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not to make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level. It's first-round draft pick type stuff.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Moore with the play fake. Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. The defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Here we go, ready. Slide. Western.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Ready, go.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking for the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Hayes.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds his man down the middle. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Scott. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. He's got the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing more. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore will throw. That's caught. It's hooked. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Moore to the air again. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore. Here comes the Heat. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game. But they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to...
Touchdown, Ducks! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Menu narration option is set to off.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I got up with the North Dakota State head coach at the half. His quarterback, not typically one to turn it over like this. He has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the third quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. To the air, it's Hayes. Makes the grab, it's Scott. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Pressure coming. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quickly complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. Came up just inches short on 1st down. Now just a few links to go here on 2nd. The run inside. It's Scott. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up.
Big guy tries to barrel in, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
It'll be third and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeps it himself. Jukes his way for more. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go to the counter. Might have a chance. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready. Watch what done, watch what done. Let it go.
Trying to move them on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go right back to the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Finding some room. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Rolled his way into the end zone. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off. But when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Moore from the gun on third down. Slings it. Got a man in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on.
Man, you knew knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And here comes the offense on second down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly. Glad to have you with us from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Fittingly, we have something that should be a most delectable matchup for anyone who loves a little flavor in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. It's the UMass Minutemen and the UL Monroe the Warhawks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the UMass Minutemen head out on offense, and they'll take control first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So the Warhawks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He'll try it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Warhawks will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The UMass offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. The short hands. It's Washington. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll give it to Washington. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Back to throw, it's Watson. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Running inside, it's Jamison. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
And the Warhawks line up to punt it away.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Wants to throw, it's Watson. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go right back to it. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. UMass will try to pick it up on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Finds his way inside the 25-yard line. He's got enough for the first down. Mark it at the 24.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
To throw, it's Watson. Under fire. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass!
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Washington. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Using his legs to buy some time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UMass!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jamison. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. It's complete. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Good, solid tackle. The Warhawks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw again. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
A Minuteman offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right, and I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down UMass. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quick spin on the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Watson. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Offensive line has got to do a better job communicating, and they got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on fourth down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, you're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got him. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Warhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Warhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
He'll try to get it through the air. Oh, it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Back to pass. It's Watson. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have two left to work with before the half. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Firing to the right, complete. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. To the air on first down. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Jamison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the field. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams who battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Number 99, set to kick this load.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Warhawks head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
All right, Holly.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it again. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
And the Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready. Ready, go.
Wants to throw it again. It's complete to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dropping back, it's Watson. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running inside, it's Jamison.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
As a defense, we are talking about this right now. As soon as they come out under center, alert, alert, quarterback sneak, everybody dive at the feet of the offensive line and create a pile, jump to the football. Great job by the defense understanding the formation, stopping the quarterback sneak.
He is stuffed on fourth down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Watson. Got a man, it's Matthews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Minutemen come to the line on third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Jamison. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass on second down, but Really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in with one hand.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated.
Could be an alley. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Fights off a defender. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Minutemen! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Working that left side now. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
It has been quite a season. Thanks for going on the ride with us on EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. We'll see you next season.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
We're on the banks of Lake Michigan in Evanston, Illinois. And the snow is falling for today's game. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the Northwestern Wildcats. Will kick this deep to get us going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. So Notre Dame's offense will be the first up today. They know their challenge today in this rivalry game is to keep their composure. Yeah, they won the last one, but it was close. These games always have a tendency to be close, regardless of the one-loss record coming in.
And Chris, the thing I love about these types of rivalry games is that you never know when that play is going to happen. Typically, 2 or 3 plays are going to decide this game, but you never know when they're going to pop up. And the urgency on every snap, it's elevated because of that.
And it's a direct snap. He's stopped for no gain. The defense swarming on the first play of the game.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
Short pass finds the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
A big tight end who can run after the catch, Chris, that is every quarterback's dream. All you got to do is hit him in stride, and he does the rest. This guy is sensational.
And now a quick third down test on this opening drive of the game. Back to pass. It's Carr. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
That's a great stop for this defense. That's a manageable third down situation. You feel like you still have to defend against the run and the pass, and yet they're able to get the incompletion. That's a great job and an opportunity to get off the field here.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Wildcats offense comes out for their first possession today. Off the play fake on first down. He's looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Good scramble by this quarterback. I know it doesn't pick up a ton of yards here, but you're creating a more manageable down and distance, and you're getting down and avoiding the hit. It's a really good job managing the game and managing the hits that you're going to take throughout the game.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Oh, he tests the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's the conservative way to go, just trying to pick up the first down. And I understand you're trying to move the chains, create a new set of downs, but man, I would have loved to see them get aggressive, go with the play action. Now you're sitting there after the defense does a nice job stopping the run, and now you've got third down. Better convert now.
Just rumbling through the snow. Maybe the defense, Joe, having problems with traction as you try to corral this running back.
Well, coaches will always say in inclement weather, the advantage goes to the offense because they know where they're going. The defense doesn't. That's certainly playing out here with a big run. Also, Chris, this offensive line doing a great job. You know they're going to run the football because of this weather, and they're still able to be effective.
And the wideout goes in motion. To the air, it's Childs. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! They convert on third down and move the football to the 25.
And there's that connection that we've been expecting to see. That's something on film that really showed up, is this timing of the quarterback and wide receiver. And they haven't really established it yet today until here on third down. That's a good job. Maybe it gets them going here a little bit for the future.
Grab down the middle. It's Wagner. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Short gain makes it second and long. That's tough against a defense like this. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front seven. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Handoff to the single back. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. So the defense gets a stop. Offense turns it over on downs. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback keeps the football. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, you can see the emphasis in the game plan from this defense. They know that they're going to see these types of concepts from this offense all day long, and they're ready for it here early in this game, and they create an obvious passing situation. This is exactly what they're going to need to do the rest of the game. Give their pass rush an opportunity on these long yardage situations.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And it's intercepted. He's bringing it back. Tackled after the return, but a huge takeaway. Could be a momentum shift right there. Big takeaway by this defense. They were fired up to play in these conditions. It can be fun to watch a game in the snow, Joe. But playing quarterback, as you know, can be very tricky.
Chris, in these conditions, it's downright miserable, in particular if you're not used to it. And remember, that's why this group on defense, they told us all week they adopted that old Marv Levy line from the Buffalo Bills. When it's too tough for them, it's just right for us. And here they are making a play.
Get lined up here for quarter number 2. We'll see if the offense can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. Scanning the field. It's Childs. Running back grabs it on a screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Well, that's a big play by the defense because now the offense is off schedule. They're behind the chains on 3rd down. They can get after them with the pass rush.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. And after the incompletion, we have a man shaken up. A sophomore member of that offensive line. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, that's just a great job by the defense. Chris, that's a sudden change series. Off of a turnover, that defense has to go out there, and they're already in field goal range, and they hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win for that defense.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking for some space. It's Williams. First down, looking for more now. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
They've got to change something up on defense because this defensive line is just not holding up. They're not winning at the line of scrimmage. These are huge, massive holes being created by the O-line, and the back is just taking advantage of it. They're going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on 1st down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on 1st.
And a handoff as they run the counter play. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs.
No mystery who they're looking to on 3rd down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy 1st down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Brought down after the return, but a huge takeaway at this moment.
He's just been off all day, Chris, and he hasn't been able to recover from these mistakes in these early turnovers and now multiple turnovers on the day. Again, I've always said, true mark of a quarterback, how do you respond to mistakes? And today he just has not responded well.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Play action here on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They get him down after the return, but that interception could be enormous.
Incredible response by this defense, Chris. You come out right in the sudden change situation. The offense turns it over, you're on the field, and you get the ball right back for that offense. Now it's incumbent on them to actually put that turnover behind them and move the ball down the field.
And let's check in with Holly Rowe from her sidelines vantage point.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, coming off that turnover, they know their defense has had their back, but the offense has to make them pay. This is an opportunity for them to get back in this game. It's been close so far, but the offense has to get on the board. Coming off that turnover, I feel the momentum shifting down here on this sideline. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, this is such a frustrating play for a defense. They do everything right. Coverage unit covers everybody up. There's nowhere to throw the football, and yet this quarterback is able to get loose, use his athleticism, and stay ahead of the chains. He makes the offense right.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
What an outstanding job by this defense. We know this quarterback is electric, in particular when he gets loose. And here, even though he's able to break, contain, and get outside of the pocket, look at the pursuit, and they're able to cut off the angles and get him down.
After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. And he'll set out to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down after a short gain there. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And Wildcats now will call a time. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Well, that's a confidence boost for this team. It's a good quality drive, and you end it in points. I know they would have rather been in the end zone, but again, getting points on the board in this situation, that's solid for them.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the The Wildcats offense back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Dropping back, it's Childs. That's caught. It's Wagner. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Just time enough for one more play in the half. The DB is backing off from the line now. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Set for the second half kickoff, but first let's check in with Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with Coach Braun at the half, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Looks like Northwestern will have the first down.
I really love what this offensive line is doing in these short yardage situations. It's 3rd and 1. They're able to win the line of scrimmage, and they move the chains. But remember, this happens because you build into 3rd down success by having successful plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's what this offense is doing right now.
They get just 2 yards on the pass play. Now it's 2nd down and 8 coming up. Running back with the football. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And he takes it around the 20. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Chris, I think they need to change the look up here defensively on 1st down. With 2 safeties back, it's just too easy to gain yards on the ground. They're giving them a free 4, 5, 6 yards every single time. That's keeping them out of passing situations, and you can't get your pass rush going. They need to adjust.
Big Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Back to throw. It's Carr. It's a quick grab. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on third down.
The QB throws his third hit of the day. Tackled after the return, but a huge takeaway. Could be a momentum shift right there. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. This has been a struggle so far for both offenses. Can they finally get something going here? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Now it's second down here. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Got to have your head on a swivel as a quarterback outside of the pocket. I feel like he does a nice job here, Chris. Like he gets what he can get, and then he just gets down and avoids the big hit. That's a nice job.
And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Well, that's just a great job by the defense, Chris. That's a sudden change series. Off of a turnover, that defense has to go out there, and they're already in field goal range, and they hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win for that defense.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Trying to find room. It's Williams. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, it doesn't always have to be pretty, and it doesn't always have to be dominant. You just got to move the chains. We need first downs here as an offense. They're able to do that with a nice little run.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Dropping back. It's Carr. That's reeled in. It's Williams. They make the stop, and that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. Northwestern has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. Set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Brought down after the return, but a huge takeaway at this moment.
This quarterback better calm down and calm down in a hurry. He is making ill-advised throws and turning the football over far too often. Back-to-back series now with an interception. He's got to get something that is safer and easier to complete. This offensive coordinator better help him out because he is not seeing the field very well.
Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. Motion now from the tight end. Grinding away with their running game. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Wagner. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
Well, this defense told us they were going to be ready for these completions at or near the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a big part of their plan, and you can see that paying off here. Good pursuit, good job tackling in space, and that's a completion for no gain.
The important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Childs. Using his legs here to bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Well, that's just a great job by the defense. Chris, that's a sudden change series. Off of a turnover, that defense has to go out there, and they're already in field goal range, and they hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win for that defense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. So 1st and 10 here. Offense desperate to reach the end zone on this drive. First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's a short completion of the tight end. Brought down at the 33, that's good enough to move the sticks. The final 2 minutes here, this defense trying to hang on, the offense trying to make a play to win it.
That is such an important conversion to keep your offense on the field. They're trying to execute this comeback here in the 2nd half. They need points. They need it in a hurry. It's a good job of moving.
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the 1st down. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. To the air, it's Carr. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! And the gain just good enough for a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
I like the pickup, and I love stopping the clock, but they've got to get down the field in a hurry. They need this field goal desperately.
He'll be taken down. The defense rises up for the sack at a crucial moment.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on 3rd down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the 3rd down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on 1st down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on 1st down is setting them up for success here down the line. Well, he's got to put that one behind him and now move forward for this third down. This is really the most important snap thus far of the game. And as a quarterback, you've got to go out there and really execute. So remember, it's about feet, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. Put all those three together.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. The offense will spend a timeout with 27 seconds remaining.
You cannot have a breakdown like that in coverage in this situation. You can't give up points on this drive, and this secondary has got to lock it up a little bit here. They've got to communicate better and see these route structures as they appear.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Maybe the last shot here. Quick throw over the middle. He makes the grab. He'll be ruled down there, but a fourth down conversion with plenty to spare. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Stopped quickly at the 13, but here we are in the red zone. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining.
Chris, we don't often talk about pitch selection for a quarterback and how important it is. Sometimes you've got to drive the football or throw it layered over a linebacker or even with touch down the field. Here, it's zone coverage, it's a curl route. He's got to throw a fastball right in between the defenders and does a beautiful job.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Pressure is coming. Swing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The quarterback takes it in himself.
What a moment for this group. Getting it in the end zone like this to tie the game, and now just an extra point away. This is when you got to go out there and execute. I know it seems like a simple thing, Chris, but you got to go execute this extra point.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They've got the lead now in the final seconds. Can the defense hang on? So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep for late-game heroics. One last pass attempt ball is incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.